welcome back to 10 out of 10 Moods Watch again with Lauren and Russ.
Hello.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy 2026. Hope you've all had a lovely Christmas, a lovely New Year. Now we're at that point where we all have to get back to normal. We need to put the jammy trousers away, wear actual uncomfortable jeans again, try and socialise with people again. Horrendous patter. So we thought, while everybody's having an absolute shanner of trying to be a functioning human again, let's take you a bit of nostalgia trips. Let's go back to the childhood days when things were great and you got long holidays because you were at school. Do you know what I mean? Ross, take it away.
And so the movie we're doing is Scooby Doo.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say that. Sorry guys. I mean, you've looked at the title of the episode. You know what I'm talking about, Jim.
It'd be weird if you only guessed there. Right, get it together.
Yeah. God, you can tell we're trying to get back to normality. I've forgotten how to podcast, man.
Right, so it was released in June 2002, directed by Raja Gosnell.
Why then?
Done the sequel, that's all I know. Starring Freddie Prinze Jr., Sarah Michelle Gellar,
Buffy!
Matthew Lillard, Linda Cardellini, and the one and only Rowan Atkinson.
All right.
Right. A budget of $84 million and a box office of $257 million.
Holy shit.
Right. And just a wee cheeky runtime of 1 hour, 26 minutes.
Gorgeous work. Beautiful, beautiful
Right.
work. General overview. Scooby Doo and the gang solve the mystery of Spooky Island. That's all you need. That's absolutely everything sorted there.
Right, it's Scooby Doo. They're not going to shock you wet in here.
I had to. So we'll dive into thoughts and opinions. So before I even start, right, over the Christmas period, me and Ross went on such a, like, do you know what I mean? Like, see, when we finished up our last episode, we were like, oh my God, we're going to use Christmas to get so ahead. We're going to pre-record all this stuff. We're going to watch all these serious movies. Did any of that happen? Did it? Fuck.
No.
We sat and watched one lot of geek. We watched hundreds of like pure old school fantasy movies like Legend, Willow, all that kind of good
best
stuff.
of gear.
Done the Pirates of the Caribbean marathon. Done like, remember all the like old BBC like miniseries? Done all that.
Right.
Like, it's been great. It's been so good. Do you know that it was when we got to the second Pirates of the Caribbean movie, we were like, we probably should have written stuff down to like do an overview. So we're like, nah, we'll do it for the next one. So then when Scooby Doo came up, we were like, right, we need to actually pick one movie that we've watched over this break. So you're getting Scooby Doo. The music's great. They're all great.
Yeah.
It's such like a preservative of like the early 2000s. Like, and I'll talk about that a wee bit later on. But like, I think this movie is great, but nostalgia helps. Do you know what I mean?
See, I mean, it was highly regarded at the time. Then it sort of like died, but it has had like a big resurgence.
Oh, 100%.
And I don't know if that's because like 2K's like back on trend.
Oh, the early 2Ks are like the velour trackies are back, the low rises are back, but it's really annoying me, right? I was talking about this. They're bringing back all the good stuff of the early to mid 2000s. No. I did not walk about with blue eyeshadow, blue eyeliner, and blue mascara, and for you to absolutely dingy that trend. Do you know what I mean?
You're the only person doing it, though.
I will have you know, I was not. We all loved. See the well, you won't know what I'm talking about, but the listeners will know what I'm talking about. See the Barry M sparkle dust that you used to put on your eyes and used to fall all over your face? Oh, horrendous. I'm not being funny. Anytime I'm at the Final Girls meetup, me and a couple of the lassies, it doesn't matter what like serious horror movie we're talking about, or like whoever's on like a pure metaphysical point about a film. Oh, there's about 40s and everything goes back to how great things were in the early 2000s and like taking the piss out of ourselves, like the ties with the t-shirts and like the scarves and all that. Horrendous. Sorry, that first tangent of 2026, people. But no, they're bringing back the cool like music video, like see the filter that's on the movie Substance.
Yeah,
that's the kind of early 2000s they're bringing back. They're not bringing back the shite. You can't take good bits. Anyway, I like you were saying, like obviously this movie was like regarded at the time and then kind of fell off, but like you can't really go wrong with Scooby Doo. Like Scooby Doo is a hallowed name in this household. Do you know what I mean? Like Zombie Island is still one of the scariest cartoons up there with Black Cauldron. Do you know what I mean? Like if you muck up Scooby Doo, you're doing something incredibly wrong here. Do you know what I mean? But these guys it's treated with reverence. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, that's it. It's harder to mess up Scooby Doo than it is to make a good one because all the movies and like it all follows the same formula.
Totally. And this is like such a stacked cast for a movie that didn't need to be taken as seriously as they took it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, you could have put in like the D list of the D list in this movie and it still would have made some money, but you've put in the echelons of the 2000s, if you will, and like it's really annoying, like, spoiler for useless information, but like this entire cast has disowned this film.
Yeah.
They hated it, and I'm like, excuse you, I hate when you do that. I hate when you see the actors that are in one of the movies that you love being like, that's a lot of shite, by the way, and it's like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, I find it weird that they disown it when, for a lot of them, this is their biggest film.
Wait a minute. What? No. What?
How is it, no?
Ross, Matthew Lillard was in Scream. Sarah Michelle Gellar is Buffy. Freddie Prinze Jr., she's all that. Linda Cardellini, right. For Linda Cardellini, I might give you it, right? Even though, to be fair, she is in Avengers the now, but that she's not really like a big deal.
No.
But she started off in Freaks and Geeks, which, to be fair, I liked Freaks and Geeks, but it's not a thing. Yeah, no, okay. For everybody else, you're talking shite. For Linda Cardellini, I'll give you.
Right, put it this way, okay? See, for obviously it's subjective what you think's a bigger movie. See if you're doing it purely on money.
Money?
Yeah, like money made at the box office.
Uh-huh.
How many of them have made a bigger movie? And I'm not including cameos for like, I know Freddie Prinze Jr. had like a voice cameo in Star Wars.
Freddie Prinze Jr. writes for Star Wars. He's kind of left. He's left the limelight to do more kind of behind the scenes stuff, but he was writing for like the wrestling and Star Wars and all that. On your point of what's made more money, surely Scream has collectively made more money. Right, I've done some Googling, gentle listener, and no, Ross is right. What did you say this made? 273?
257 million.
257.
Yeah.
Scream worldwide made 173 million.
Yeah.
Well, just over. I also can't believe we've not done Scream on the podcast. Money-wise, I'll give you, but you can't say, like, the four of them that are in this have been, like, big pop culture-wise. Like, Matthew Lillard's getting it absolutely stinking now. Like, if anybody's living under a rock and didn't know, Quentin Tarantino came out and said that Matthew Lillard was, like, the worst actor.
Yeah.
And he was like slagging everybody. He was saying Paul Dano was shite. He was saying Matthew Lillard was terrible. And like the amount of people that came out in support of Matthew Lillard, like the Flanagans came out.
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard's daughter did this like beautiful Instagram post about it. So like, as much as Quentin Tarantino's like, no, Matthew Lillard's terrible, clearly the populace does not agree. Like, Matthew Lillard holds a special place in loads of people's hearts, whether it's from Scream, whether it's from Scooby Doo. Five Nights at Freddy's is the new one. I personally am not a huge fan, but the kids like it, you know what I mean? Obviously he was in that SLC Punk, which is like its own kind of cult following movie.
Yeah.
Like, Matthew Lillard's done his bit, and he's basically been like voice acting for years.
Oh, I mean, Matthew Lillard, I don't think he's a good actor, but I can appreciate that he knows his audience.
I think he's a good character actor. Like, I've never seen anything that Matthew Lillard has shown me like restraint. Do you know what I mean? But like, obviously he's great as Shaggy. Like, he's that good. He took over the voice acting of Shaggy. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's the most memorable guy in Scream, the first one, to the point that he's supposed to be coming back for Scream 7. Five Nights at Freddy's, obviously, like, he's a big ham in that. I think that 13 Ghosts, he's terrible, but a huge ham.
That's a terrible movie.
That shouldn't be my example. But I mean, like, Matthew Lillard's just a big ham, and I've got time for that. I love a big ham.
I think one of his redeeming qualities is he looks like he's enjoying himself.
Yes, yeah.
There's not enough of that.
No, totally. He's got a right charm that pulls you in, like, and I feel like he's got one of those faces that your eye is constantly drawn to him. Like, whatever he's in, even if it's shite, you're always watching him. And because he's always, like, my dad always says that, like, if you watch Steve McQueen in anything, they'll be like, what's going on in the forefront, but then Steve McQueen's like scratching his head or moving his hat or stuff like that, so you're always watching him. But I feel like Matthew Lillard, he's such a good like character actor, and he's a good like reactor, if you know what I mean. Like he's deep in whatever's going on in this scene. Do you know what I mean? No, I understand, obviously, like, me defending Matthew Lillard means nothing in the grand scale of the Tarantino argument, but I'm just throwing my 10 pence in. Also, I understand money-wise, you're saying this is their biggest one, but cultural impact-wise, you're talking shit.
I don't know. I mean, this has made a major resurgence.
Yeah, now, but Sarah, again, I refer the Honourable Gentleman to the point I doled out earlier on. Sarah Michelle Gellar's Buffy. And she was also in Cruel Intentions, which was like, Cruel Intentions was that movie when you were like 12 that you were not allowed to watch because it was supposed to be this big raunchy film. And so you all had to like sneaky watch it and you were like, oh my God, they kissed, hee hee. Like, see, when you watch Cruel Intentions now, it is not raunchy. It is not like, it's so tame. But at the time, it was like, oh my God, what did she just say to him? Oh my God, no, wait. Like, do you know what I mean? Sarah Michelle Gellar is like, I mean, we have our own opinions about I Know What You Did Last Summer, but she was like the 90s Scream Queen, kind of. Do you know what I mean?
She kind of became like the...
And she was in Scream 2! Sorry.
Was she in Scream 2?
She's in the uni. She's like the second one to get killed.
I mean, she was like the action, like supernatural stuff in that.
100%.
But, like, to disown this movie, like that, I feel that's a bit... shite.
See, when I get to Useless Information, she was really punting for this movie. Like, and the vibe that I got from the research I was doing, she had to convince Freddie Prinze Jr. to do it with her. Now, Freddie Prinze Jr., I feel, thinks he's a bigger deal than what he is. Might be a lovely guy, might be really sound. I know he was a huge deal in the 90s with his, like, she's all that, yada, yada, yada. Do you know what I mean? But whenever you see interviews with Freddie Prinze Jr. talking about what he's doing, like, he did writing for Star Wars and does, like, voiceovers for Star Wars and that. But there's, like, interviews with him, like, shouting at fans and all this kind of thing, being like, you don't know anything about Star Wars. I write Star Wars. You don't know what the Force is. Calm the fuck down, big man. Do you know what I mean?
He's got a cheek considering, what was it? Sarah Michelle Gellar's making like $5 million a season in Buffy, and he thinks he has an opinion on it. Fuck off! Like, no, go away. Like, you can't just turn around because you start writing for Star Wars, which is pretty, in my opinion, pretty poor now.
Yeah. How come Star Wars has been shite the last couple of years, Freddie?
Like,
watch, no, don't. Some Star Wars guy's going to find us and be like, "What was that?"
I could try it. Fucking neckbeard.
I think out of all of them, Linda Cardellini comes last in the kind of pop culture. Like, Linda Cardellini is that guy of pop culture. Like, she's in Legally Blonde, yes, but as like a background character, right?
Yeah.
Not background character, but you know what I mean. Like, she's got like 4 lines. Obviously, Freaks and Geeks is really good, but got cancelled like immediately, and I think that's kind of why it's had this cult status, because it was the start of Seth Rogen, James Franco, Jason Segel, and then obviously her and our wee brother, and it's dead funny. It's kind of My So-Called Life vibes, but funnier, but then got cancelled, so everyone was like, oh my God, why would they do that? Do you know what I mean? She was in that TV show Dead to Me, which I never saw, but apparently was good. She was in Green Book, which, fair enough, is an Oscar-worthy movie, but have you heard anybody talk about Green Book since it came out? Neither have I.
The only thing I've seen is that it won the Oscar.
Yeah, but that's, you know what I mean? But she shows up in, like, obviously she's Hawkeye's wife in the last era of Avengers. She shows up in, like, New Girl, Mad Men, ER. Oh my God, she's in ER?
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's class in ER.
Yeah, I take that back, actually. She's so good in ER.
Yes.
Like,
she...
So, right, wait a minute. I'll talk to myself.
Hold on. She might be one of the most successful ones at the lot.
Yeah, I take it back. But this is what I mean, though, and you and me talk about this all the time, is like, maybe being that guy is the way to be. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, Linda Cardellini's been booked and busy, do you know what I mean? But we're just like, oh, I've not seen her since Scooby Doo. God, that's so funny. So you start looking through somebody's IMDb, you're like, hey, you've actually been in quite a lot.
She's actually been in Hunnels.
You've been busy. I forgot she was in ER. ER's one of those things me and Ross go back to. Like, I used to watch ER all the time when I was a kid. And then with my mum, do you know what I mean? I wasn't just like pure 9 being like, oh yeah, time of death, 12:02. But like, and then me and Ross, like, we do it, like, we go back, watch a couple of seasons, depress ourselves, go away from it for months, and then come back.
Yeah.
I think it's taken us about 4 years to get to like season 9, do you know what I mean? And there's only 12 seasons.
Oh, do you know the thing is though? We've got to the bit where we think it's sad, but then the Iraq Walnut's come out and I'm like, oh my God.
100% tough hang is about to arrive.
This can't get much happier, can it?
100%. So basically to round off that massive, really, why say one word when 250 will do points is, yes, this might have been their biggest financial wise, but pop culturally, they've been in so much more. Like, these guys are big names or were big names.
No, I do agree with you, but then if you want to do pure box office, then it's only Linda Cardellini, legend that she is.
Right. How dare I sully her name in this house?
Yeah, how dare you? No, El Velma. Like, she's only been in one that's bigger. But, I mean, who do you see when you think of Freddie Prinze Jr.? What do you think of?
I mean, I do think of Fred, like, from this film, but I also, She's All That. Do you know what I mean? Like, that movie was huge and, like, has been parodied and inspired so many other rom-coms from that. Like, the reason we have a slow-mo walk down the stairs in a prom outfit is because of that movie. Like, that's the movie where it's like, oh, I'll make a bet that I can make her prom queen. And, like, you know that one of, like, I make a bet that I can do this, and then he ends up falling in love with her kind of vibes. Like, you don't get... Like, there's so many rom-com tropes that you are not getting without She's All That.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm not discounting the ones that inspired She's All That, but you get what I mean. You would be fucking here for ages.
Do you know a trope I think needs to come back?
Tell me.
And this is only because I wear glasses now. Is that, see when they're like, oh, she's ugly, and it's like a gorgeous woman in glasses. She's a hound, is it? Okay.
Yeah, but then she takes off the glasses and everyone's like, oh my God, she's beautiful.
Aye.
Yeah.
Like, it's the heavy Superman effect. Oh, she's Megan. You look at it. No, she's no.
It's all right, Ross. I think you're handsome with or without your glasses.
It was a weird time in rom-coms.
No, because mine, they take the piss out of it in the Barbie movie as well, where it's like she's standing there with the glasses on, and Ryan Gosling gets up and it's like, do you mind if I try something? And then takes her specs off her, and he's like, see, you're beautiful.
Aye. Oh, it's crazy, man. Crazy times.
Honestly, man, 90s were a wild time.
Oh, aye. Should we start talking about the movie now, aye?
Yeah, we should probably do that. I just got really, really hyped.
Yeah. One thing, like, watching this back that I really appreciate about this is that they don't take the piss out of Scooby Doo.
No.
Is that it's very, like, nod and a wink, but they don't go too far.
No, totally. And it hits on all the kind of tropes of Scooby Doo without being overly, like, did you see what we're doing there? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, there was enough, like, commitment to the bit.
Yeah.
Where it didn't go into parody.
That's what I mean, though. Like, I think this movie could have so easily bombed if all of the actors weren't on board with what they were doing. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, also as well, this is like early 2000s CGI. Like, they're fully talking to a tennis ball. Do you know what I mean? But making it pure believable. There's only like one bit where Daphne goes to give Scooby a kiss on the cheek, and you can see that she's like a mile away from him. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, there is bits where it's like you can tell the CGI's off. I don't think Scooby looks that bad.
Not at all. But do you remember how cool this was when it came out? Like, oh my God, Scooby Doo! Like they didn't do that really annoying, creepy thing where it's like a real dog, but they CGI the mouth.
Yeah.
You know, this was like a full CGI dog, and it looked amazing. It was so cool. Like,
when we were rewatching it, I thought we'd maybe put a remaster or something, because I was like, this doesn't look too bad.
No.
Like, I was reading stuff, like, obviously doing a bit of research on it, and people were like, oh, the CGI's terrible. Is it? This wouldn't be out of place, even if you'd done this, like, 5-10 years after, this wouldn't look as, like, out of place in their movies.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, I think when we were watching it, see when they come into Spooky Island, and there's, like, the rides in the background, they look a bit janky, but That's because, like, they've probably put all their budget into making Scooby Doo look cool, do you know what I mean? But it's not that kind of weird. Obviously, you're looking at CGI, but it's not that kind of weird, like, out of place. Like, that's actually giving me really weird Uncanny Valley vibes, do you know what I mean? But honestly, like, kudos to all of them, because, like, they could have all turned around and went, this is going to be shite, we're going to phone this in.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and they totally didn't. And obviously, again, back to just thinking Matthew Lillard's great, right? But obviously, you're Shaggy, you're mate, like, all of his parts are with a tennis ball, do you know what I mean? And yet he's so fully both feet in, no danger, I'm talking to a tennis ball.
Yeah,
and then, like, when he jumps into Scooby's arms and all this kind of stuff, like, 40 out of 10.
Oh, yeah, I mean, 50% of this movie is having the characters believable.
Yes.
And obviously you need the dog. That's the whole point of the movie.
Man.
And they absolutely nail it, in my opinion.
100%.
Like, I can't think of another, like, cartoon, like, adaptation which does it as well as this.
No, I know what you mean. Did we not see they're doing a Wacky Races movie this year?
I read that somewhere, I'm pretty sure.
There's going to be a Wacky Races movie this year. And by the way, sorry, tangent 4 million of this podcast. Has anybody seen the trailer for the new Animal Farm? Like, but if you've not, look it up right this second. Pause this podcast and go and look it up, right? It's like... Now, if you don't know what Animal Farm is, it's the Orwellian story of, like, all animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. Like, basically warning story about, like, Russia and dictatorship and yada, 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 right? Go listen to something else to tell you about that, right? Go listen to the book. But it's so serious. It is such a serious book. And you watch the trailer for this, and they've made it some kind of weird, wacky cartoon looking thing of, like, all the pigs are on, like, water slides, and I don't know, man, that doesn't sit right with me at all. Sorry, just when you said recent cartoon adaptation, that was the first thing that came out of my head, but, like, absolutely nothing to do with Scooby Doo. But, like, no, that just doesn't sit right with me and is weird. And if you have thoughts and opinions about that, let me know, because I could rant about this for days, but I won't. No, but you're right, I can't really think of, like, another kind of cartoon thing that I've seen that's been adapted as well as this. I will hold my breath for when Wacky Races comes out, because I loved Wacky Races.
We found it the other day, didn't we? And
the old episodes, it was so good. They're all on YouTube, and we just sat and watched like 5 of them, and it's like 10 minutes of just watching motors going back and forward and driving into walls and all that. It was great. Loved it.
Oh, it's so stupid, but I feel like with a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, it's like they're all so good.
100%. Well, what have you got? You've got Scooby Doo, Wacky Races,
Flintstones.
I was never into Flintstones. Remember, everybody used to say you looked like Barney Flintstone when you had your Justin Bieber swoop over.
God, I know. That Yogi Bear, they done the Smurfs.
Oh my God, yeah. Now, the Smurfs adaptations have all been shocking.
Oh no, I think I've seen the very first one.
But then that's why you'll never hear us talking about the Smurfs on this. Like, we're never doing an episode on the Smurfs movie. There's a reason you're sticking to Scooby Doo, do you know what I mean? And I think that's what makes this adaptation so good, is because it really sticks to the feel of the cartoons, do you know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. I mean, even for it being like a spooky island, you have your haunted castle, if you will. You have, like, your knights and the ghosts and all that. Like, it's everything you want is in this movie.
100%. And they've kept, like, the colours of Scooby Doo, if you know what I mean. Like, everything in Scooby Doo is always tinged kind of purple and green and da-da-da. And I love that, like, the monsters in this adaptation are, like, just as goofy looking. Because the monsters in Scooby Doo were always, like, scary but goofy. Apart from Zombie Island, they were straight up terrifying, do you know what I mean? But the monsters in this, like, apart from the fact that they're real monsters, like, they look like mad overgrown gremlins, do you know what I mean?
It's just weird, that, and, like, big ears and all that. That's very bizarre. Yeah.
This movie kind of adds its own iconic bits into the Scooby-Doo world, if you know what I mean. Like, see the disco light, like the skull disco light, well, there's t-shirts of that going about and all that now. Do you know, funnily enough, see, before Christmas, I got an advert and it was like there was a tree topper in John Lewis that looked like the Scooby Doo.
Okay.
It wasn't the Scooby Doo disco ball, but it looked like it. And I was going to get it, and then I clicked on it, and it was like, that'd be £95, please. And I was like, no, I don't think so, John Lewis.
Aye, no, thank you.
Aye, I'll wait till the sale. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll go down to like a tenner.
100%. What I love in this movie as well is they kind of add in like the brainwashing facility kind of thing, and like. Do you know what I was thinking when we were watching it, right? Is now the video of the brainwashing thing where she's like, kids today have a language all of their own.
Yeah.
Do you think that inspired the I'm Minaj Bliss and I'm your freestyle dance teacher thing? Like, that was the pure vibe I got. It's so funny as well. Like, that video cracks me up because, I mean, they do it in anything that's taken the mick out of the younger generation, right? Where they pick, like, all the slang that doesn't go together and like tries to fling it in. Like, no, he's like, yeah, word, Doug, did you see the new vid on the TV or like whatever? And I feel like they'll keep that going, and whatever film does it next, see with like the younger one where it's like, yeah, 6'7", skibbity riz and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, what? Like,
that part on the road just gives me the feel.
100%. My nieces keep hitting it with the 6'7" part, and I'm like, but what does it mean? Like, we were saying this like, and I don't know, I don't want to sound like a pure mad boomer, right? But I feel like when we were younger, memes were funny, or there was like a context to them, or they like meant something. Whereas now it's just like, 6'7" because it's some basketball guy's height. Do you know what I mean? It's so bizarre.
Back in my day, we had to work for our memes.
Honestly, see the more we do episodes and I keep being like, the youth today, I can literally feel the perm going into my hair. I can feel the grey coming out and the blue rinse coming in. Do you know what I mean?
The only thing I can hope for is if they were to remake this, say, 20-year time when like this generation's older and they listen back to it, they're like, ugh.
Yeah.
Because I was cringing quite hard at some of that.
Yeah, 100%. What up, dog? Word.
Yeah.
What?
It's just all these like 30-year-old people like, I'm cool. Like, no, you're no.
So, like, by this point in the film, they've figured out that the demons are possessing the college kids, taking their protoplasm.
Yeah.
And the protoplasm is going to be used to give the villain his power, right? The only reason I'm at this point in the film is I am such a sucker for like the body swap skits, right? And all of their protoplasms get mixed in together and they all start doing like really bad impersonations of each other. See Matthew Lillard doing Fred, hilarious. Every time hilarious. Like the rest of them are shocking, but his is really funny.
It's funny because obviously when Daphne goes into Fred, that sounds so wrong.
Yeah. With extra Scooby Doo, you watch?
Yeah. But it's like when they all swat and it's like the bad dubbing as well.
100%. Honestly, it's such a special place in my heart. But it's when Fred comes storming through the forest with like the clutch bag and it's like, damn it, Fred! Like,
they're about 10 seconds out for each other.
It's so good. So the villain reveal of this movie is that the whole dastardly plot was concocted by none other than Scrappy Dappy Doo. And basically, he's getting all the protoplasm into himself to make himself really big. And then all the demons are going to jump out of the college kids and rule the world. Listen, don't look at the plot of this film. We're not here for the plot.
Yeah, like we don't see this. It doesn't count.
No. See, while all this is going on, see the ritual chant they do that. This is what we creatures sing. 4 out of 10. Get that on a CD on repeat.
Class.
I was sitting singing that for ages after this film. But this is where we get like swole Scrappy and like we get like the kind of montage of them all kind of setting up the trap, and then when they need to kind of fight their own villain, so you've got like Fred swinging about the rope thing, which like did that look good at the time? I don't remember watching that when I was younger and being like, Fred's really cool. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, he felt $1 million down this.
100%. But like, shout out to Daphne, who's full on like WWE wrestling with a luchador, and also like I'm just going to say this bit of useless information here, but like there's about 10 times where you can spot the trainers.
Yeah.
So she's got like the lilac wrestling boots on. And apparently she hated our go-go boots so much. They were so high, really tight, really uncomfortable, that basically if they weren't looking at her feet, she would have these wrestling boots on, which fair enough, do you know what I mean? But I feel like now that you know that, when you go back and watch it, you're like staring at her feet the whole time, being like, what's going on?
Oh, it is very noticeable.
100%.
Like, it's the bit, they finish the fight where she kicks him down the vent by flipping over the rope.
Yeah! Who's the damsel in distress this time? Me? Right on.
Aye. But she does this weird flip and manages to flip back. Obviously, genius, right?
Because she's Buffy and she can do what she wants.
But the shoes change about 4 times in that 2 seconds.
100%.
It's class.
100%. And I feel like, see, when this movie's done, and obviously Scrappy's been vanquished, and it's the whole, I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids and your dumb dog. Like the standard Scooby Doo catchphrase, you know what I mean? But I feel like when it's done, it's like, you just feel pure happy at the end of this movie. Like, no notes, everything's class. And then you've even got like the end credits scene of like Scooby and Shaggy doing the Chili's thing that's basically just straight ripped from Zombie Island. And like when they're trying to gub the Chili's and everything goes horribly wrong. I remember watching lore time, people. I remember watching Zombie Island with my mum. My mum loves spicy food. Like, there's Permo Chili's in that fridge. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, what is a pepper really that spicy? And my mum was like, oh, do you want to try one? And I was like, oh, I ain't bother now. And she gave me literally the tiniest corner of the bottom of a chili. My mouth was to be fair, I think I was about 8 or 9 at the time. Do you know what I mean? My mouth was on fire, and I remember my dad had one of those massive like Duff beer glasses. I had like 5 pints in it and was still pure like
dying.
100%. And then it's only when you're older they're like, oh yeah, drink milk if something's pure spicy. I'm like, oh, you couldn't tell me that at the time, no.
The water just sloshes it a bit.
I'm sitting there in pure pain. My mum was gutting herself. I'm like, thanks, Linda.
Like, the one thing I do find weird is you have this and Scooby Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed, right?
Yeah, that one was okay.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't as good as the first one. I think they went a bit too far with it, but that's neither here nor there.
But it's still watchable, do you know what I mean? We put the second one on straight after this one, and I still had a good time. But, like, when we watched the first one, I mean, I know obviously we were taking notes, but, like, I was like, I had my phone down quite a lot because I was just watching the film. Whereas the second one came on, we were like, dinner, blah, blah, blah. Like, do you know what I mean? Pure just stoating about while it was on.
So between these two, they made over $500 million, right?
Holy moly.
Yeah. Why has it not been another adaptation or a good attempt at one?
Yeah, good attempt's the right word, because there's just like, remember they brought out the one where they were teenagers?
Yeah.
That wasn't very good. And then you've had the Velma TV show. Yeah. That was universally panned. That got cancelled after like a season.
Yeah, I mean, for that, they changed a lot and they made it a lot more like adult humour.
Yeah, but like, that was what, remember we watched a couple of episodes of it and we were like, who is this for though? Because it was like adult humour, adult themes, but then there was like childish patter and like there was things in it that were like directly aimed at kids. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, wait, what? Like, I didn't understand who the show was for.
Yeah, it was like a weird teen, young adult, an adult thing, try to cram it all in, but you kind of get that full audience.
And I do also think it suffered as well because it came out as like all the kind of adult cartoons were kind of falling off, if you know what I mean? Like, obviously Rick and Morty was done for good reason. That guy's an arsehole. Like, Archer had finished. Like, obviously Bob's Burgers is huge and stuff like that. Like, there is room in adult animation for it to be funny, but they just couldn't figure out what the tone of the show was.
They didn't get it right at all.
No.
But like, even going back to that movie where they were teenagers, it was so low budget.
Yeah.
Like, I think the audience is there. There's enough people that will go and watch a movie if you put it back in cinemas.
100%. And I mean, even like, see, just even like the animated movies of Scooby Doo, loads of them are terrible, but I will sit down and watch them. Remember when we were staying at your sister's and like Sky had like a Scooby Doo box set? We just sat and watched a lot. It was great.
Oh, it was brilliant. I mean, easily the Loch Ness Monster one,
Oh, what are those Scottish accents, man? Even like Scooby Doo and Batman.
Yeah.
There's been Scooby Doo and WWE. Like, do you know what I mean? There's been hunters and they've not been great, but they're watchable. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is, though, is the appeal is still there for them.
Yeah.
Maybe the appeal is you just can't get the cast for it if you want a live one. And as you say, they capture like lightning in a bottle with this casting. So I can understand why, but the animation ones is you can make them all the time. People
100%. But, get better Scottish accents because they were dreadful.
Oh, if you ever do the Loch Ness Monster one again, it's let's go to Achille.
Oh, it was terrible. Yeah, like what part of Sweden is Loch Ness in? Do you know what I mean?
It was insane.
So bizarre. Right, will we dive into Let's Go?
Aye, so I'll go first. Mine's has always been, even as a kid, I remember this, is see when they're escaping the monsters on the quad bike?
Yes.
Like, that bit's always stuck with me for some reason.
And the branch scalps her in the face, and yeah.
Like, that was one of the first things, probably, that watching a kid say I was a bit spooked by. Seeing her face.
Yeah, no, that is, like, proper creepy.
Yeah.
That is the thing about this movie, is, like, there are bits that are genuinely creepy. Like, see the bit that used to... It's my Let's Go moment as well, but used to really creep me out when I was a kid, is see the bit where Scooby Doo goes into the forest for the hamburgers.
Oh, yeah.
And everything's, like, pure dark, and he's just like, la, 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 hamburgers. Like, but that bit used to freak me out all the time when I was younger. But that's my Let's Go moment of, like, when he goes in for the hamburgers, and then you see the monster for the first time. Yeah. But, like... honourable mention to one of the 8 times that Shaggy goes, Scooby Doo, where are you?
Yeah. So what's your favourite scene then?
I've got Daphne scrapping the wrestler. That's her buff right there. Absolutely. That woman's been training for this day her whole life. Like,
she must have loved doing this because she liked doing her own stunts and that. And I think obviously being Buffy, they're just like, date you want.
100%. You are Buffy. You can do whatever the fuck you like.
Aye, we'll just try and hurt you so you can go back and film Buffy, but cool.
Can we just do an episode just on Buffy just so I can be like, ah?
Oh, fuck, good. It'd be about 4 hours long.
I know. but it's so good.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Let us know if you want an episode on Buffy, by the way. What's yours?
And this is childish, but it's got to be the fart off.
That is so your humour.
Oh, yeah. But, see, I say the fart off, and that is my favourite, but the funniest fart is when he farts in the night suit.
Yes, and blows up the cauldron bit.
It's just that tiny bit, and you just, it's so funny. Like, I'm a child, what can I say?
No, 100%, because you were pure howling at that bit.
He's sitting cupping his hands in us, you're in trouble now. Then she catches just a wee, pep. Oh, class.
Farts are funny, man. What can we say?
Look, you need to add fart humour. It's a kid's film. Every kid was laughing at that stage.
Right, I'll dive into useless information.
Go for it.
So, James Gunn wrote the script for the film, and originally the film was supposed to be much darker with more adult tones, scarier monsters. There was supposed to be actual deaths, brutal deaths.
Oh, right, okay.
There was more adult themes. There was overt stoner jokes with Shaggy's character. Daphne and Velma were supposed to have a side relationship, and there was jokes that they were told just had to be cut.
Yeah.
Right? So according to Sarah Michelle Gellar, everybody signed on for the movie when it was the original script.
Uh-huh.
So then when it was rewritten to be more family friendly focused, there was also then a lot of CGI used to cover up quite a lot of cleavage.
Oh,
now,
okay.
I want to know how and when and where, because there are bits in this film where I'm like, I can see your nipple. Do you know what I mean? These are some low-cut dresses for a family movie.
I mean, you look at Velma when she gets possessed.
Yes.
Her neckline's nearly at her belly button.
100%. But, this is what I mean, is, if they've had to cover it up and that's what they've went to, how over the top was it before? Do you know what I mean?
See, I'm glad they did do it, though, because it would have got into the taking the piss out of it, I feel.
I agree, and I think it would fall into that, see the early 2000s comedy where, every woman's top would just fall off miraculously, and, everyone was a stoner, and everyone was like, it's the final year of school, let's get laid, that kind of pattern, and there's a reason that particular genre of comedy has been relegated to Tubi. Do you know what I mean? They're not on anything else, but except the bold to be. Do you know what I mean? To be. So, like, I'm glad they changed it because, like, I think this has got enough keep it blue for the parents. Do you know what I mean?
There's a
like,
few jokes still that made the cut, yeah.
100%, but it's more subtle. Like, so many of this went right over your heads as a kid because you don't know.
Aye.
Like, when he says, like, oh, Mary Jane, that's my favourite name. Like, now as an adult, I'm like, haha, class. Yeah. But as a Wayne, I was just like, oh, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, when Daphne attempts to get Shaggy and Scooby to help her to investigate the castle, and Shaggy does that long description of everything that happens in a spooky castle, this is a full description of everything that happened in the first ever Scooby Doo cartoon to be aired.
Oh, wow.
How cool is that?
That's cool, aye.
I thought that was really cool. Shaggy and Scooby are exclusively vegetarian in this movie because James Gunn was a vegetarian at the time and wanted to give it some good press. Because they have like eggplant burgers at the start.
You know what? I was just trying to think there. The only meat things eats plastic.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Fair enough.
And like all the sandwiches he's got, everything's like super salady. Yeah. And then even like at the end, they're putting hot sauce on like chocolate covered bananas and stuff like that. So I big up the vegetarians, do you know what I mean?
Aye, good on them.
Sarah Michelle Gellar had to fit filming Scooby-Doo around the filming of season 6 of Buffy, which explains a lot because season 6 has its moments, but is also like, ugh, do you know what I mean? Like that woman was tired.
No, I get you.
So she spent 2 weeks in LA filming Buffy and then 2 weeks in Queensland filming Scooby-Doo.
That's some joint.
I know. I love when I hear things like this, right? Because I don't know if my brain could do it where you have to remember your script for a film, your script for Buffy, plus fighting jet lag, plus like, I don't even know, but that just sounds insane. So well done, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
It must be tough, especially knowing with Buffy that Josh Whedon is quite hard to work with. And I was like, you need to try and contain all that. No, fair enough. That's some effort.
100%. And also, cool crossover, but obviously happened like years before. The gang in Buffy is called the Scoobies, which I was like, that's really cool. Also, there's like an earlier crossover between Scooby-Doo and Buffy because like in season 1, they call the gang the Scoobies. So I just think that's really cool that like she's ended up in Scooby-Doo as well.
Aye, just full circle.
100%. Originally, Scrappy-Doo wasn't going to be the main villain. It was going to be the Luna Ghost at the very start. Oh, man.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
He was supposed to come back and be the main villain at the end, but they were like, no, we'll just fling Scrappy in.
Yeah, that'd have been a bit disappointing.
I couldn't find, like, why, like, what the actual reason was, but fair enough.
Probably just didn't feel was satisfying.
Yeah. Matthew Lillard took over voicing Shaggy in the animated cartoons in 2009 when the original voice actor retired.
I mean, he nailed Shaggy. He's the MVP of this movie.
100%. 100%. Right, this is the bit that you like, who was almost in it. So, Weezer were originally supposed to be the band in the movie, but they refused, so Sugar Ray took over.
Oh.
I mean, like, I think Weezer would have had better songs, but Sugar Ray were shite enough that it hits what it's supposed to hit.
Yeah, Weezer would have probably felt they were too good at that stage.
100%. 100%.
Nah.
Isla Fisher was originally supposed to play Daphne, but the director wanted a real-life couple to play Daphne and Fred. Obviously, Sarah Michelle Gellar and Fred Prinze Jr. And apparently she had to really convince him to be in this film. Isla obviously then goes on to play Mary Jane, Shaggy's love interest.
Yeah.
Apparently, Freddie Prinze Jr. like also had to shave his head after this movie because they were like fully bleaching his hair, and he was like moaning about how thingy it was.
Yeah, his hair would have been dead.
100%. Listen, as someone who's killed their own hair with bleach, I get it. Do you know what I mean? Alyssa Milano, Carla Gugino, and Christina Ricci were all considered for Velma. I feel like Alyssa Milano was already in Charmed. I mean, I'm not saying you can't be in this too, because obviously Buffy's in it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I could have taken Alyssa Milano as Velma.
See, I don't see anybody else doing it.
Yeah, Linda Cardellini, like, she does it so well. The voice is down. Yeah. And finally, Jim Carrey and Neil Patrick Harris were originally considered for Shaggy.
Nah.
I know, I agree. I hate Neil Patrick Harris, so I don't know if this movie would have hit the same. Do you know what I mean?
I can't think of any other movie where I would pick
Matthew Lillard over those two. Yeah,
not even over those two, over Jim Carrey.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, but it's a hard one. I can't see anybody else doing it.
No, totally. Like, again, like you say, Matthew Lillard's the MVP of this movie.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you know what I mean? And like to be so good at this one character that you then take over the voice acting of this character. Incredible work. Incredible work.
He could make a career. If this is all he was in, he's made a career out of that.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Do you have any A's?
I've got one.
Oh, do you? I don't have any.
So mine's is, see when Shaggy goes to the protoplasm vat and get the spirits to knock them all back?
Yeah.
Why not just tip the thing? Because it does tip.
Yeah, well, shut up, right?
Yeah. Like, he could have saved a whole load of bother.
I save a whole lot of time.
Yes. Like, the worst thing would have happened is people would have got the wrong bodies. That's it.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
While we're talking about Buffy, do you have anybody in the David Boreanaz School of Accents?
For nailing an accent, it's just got to be Shaggy.
100%.
That's I can't fault a performance in this.
No, I agree. And I think even like the other people who have accents, it's kind of just generic campy villain accent. So like it doesn't matter. Yeah, totally. Do you have a worst guy whose hairline's receding?
It's got to be Scrappy Doo.
That's what I've got, is Scrappy, isn't it?
Yeah,
100%.
Just a pain in the neck.
Who's in a different movie?
Everybody's up to 100 in this, so I can't pick one.
No, the only person I've got is the voodoo guy. He does not need to be in this movie at all.
But then, how does Daphne get the castle?
You could have found a way to get Daphne up to the castle without the voodoo guy.
I like the voodoo guy.
Okay, right.
Just their interactions, you're doing it with the chickens. You know the chicken's dead? You're
yes.
like, of course, it's not got a heat.
Yeah. He's sacrificing this chicken. The chicken's dead. Are you out?
Nah. I mean, this movie's like all the best ones we've done, an hour and a half, and it has to keep kids entertained, so you're entertained.
100%. 100%. We don't really have a 0 out of 10 of the week. Like, as we say, we watched a lot of Keek, but it was good Keek. Do you know what I mean? The only kind of rubbish film we watched over the festive period was that Gosford Park. But that's not really a 0 out of 10. That's like a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, it wasn't a terrible movie, but I think we were reading how great it was and all that, and we just weren't in for it.
Nah, because we were like, oh, this is supposed to be one of those ones that you're supposed to watch.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, all right. But then, I don't know, maybe we think that because that's went on to like inspire loads of other things, so we're kind of like, oh, I've seen it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that was like a 0 out of 10. I'd just be like, it's all right. Like, whatever.
No, far from it.
100%. But we had a pretty successful Christmas period of watching great, terrible movies, so I'm not going to moan.
What else you want at Christmas?
Anyway, guys, thank you for coming to our first episode of the year, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye. Ruby, Ruby, Ruby.